Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to talk about insulin injection sites. As diabetics, we know it's very important to be careful where we take our insulin injections. So it's very important to not take the shot in exactly the same spot every single day, every single time we eat, because this is really not good for our body, especially for diabetics type 1, because we take more shots across the day, across 24 hours. We can have many shots, can go as much as you want, depends how the blood sugars are, what you are doing, if you do sports, if you eat multiple times per day. So for diabetic type 1 is really important, more important even than type 2 diabetics. But for in general, for diabetics, looking after sites where you take injection and rotating them, it's very important. And if you don't look after it and you'll end up doing this in the same spot all the time, you will probably develop lipo hypertrophy, which is a condition in which your fat will grow. You'll develop like a lump in that part of your body. Most of the time it's not going away. Once it's there, I don't think it's going away. Sometimes it's getting better in time, but sometimes it stays there forever. And once you have this lipohypertrophy, if you continue to inject in that spot, you'll have problems with the insulin absorption. So you'll end up taking more insulin for the same amount of food. You wouldn't realize why. You maybe will say you are insulin resistant, but actually you are not, because the absorption is really poor, and you'll make it even worse. So the lump will grow even bigger and larger, and the larger it is, the worse it gets. So it's like a snowball phenomenon. If you are a pump user, things are getting even worse, because the pump itself, it's injecting 24 hours insulin across the day, fast-acting insulin to cover your requirements. So it's exactly the same spot. So it's very important to rotate it across, I don't know, a week. You can keep it even like 3 days in one place, then you swap it. With multiple daily injections, it's easier because you have full control, and you see where you do the shots, and you can avoid this. But with the pump, it's significantly harder. You just need to make sure you don't leave a pump in the same place for a long period of times, because you'll develop lipohypertrophy, which is not good. The right sites where you can do the shot and rotate them, as you know probably from your doctor, we have few areas. You can go in the back of your arms, you can go the hips, back of your hips area. You can go on your tummy, lower tummy, but you have to stay away 4 centimeters around your belly button. You don't, because you have many vessels in that area, so it's better to stay further. Then you have your thighs. I will attach a diagram for an easier and better understanding, so you can see the sides for yourself. To not forget, I think it's better to somehow make a schedule on how you rotate your side. This is how I do it. Wherever it works for you, it's up to all of us, every single one of us, wherever it's easier and what works for us. For instance, I start in the top of with my arm in the morning, and then I go on my ribs side, and then I go down to my thigh. So I keep one day right side of my body, and then next day I move the left, and then I start from bottom, from my thigh, and I go up, and so back and forth, and then I go in the back of my hips, and I continuously rotate them. I don't take huge amounts of insulin at once, which again, it makes it easier for me. But for those of you which are taking loads of insulin at once, you need to be careful and always rotate the sides, and even split the insulin dosages. So if, for instance, if I do more than 10 units of insulin at once, I'm going to split it So if I do 10, I'm going to do 5 with 5. So I'm going to do 5 in the back of my arm and 5 on my tummy, for instance. It's not good to put 10 at one place because the absorption is getting, the error is greater, and I found it to be a lot better if I split it in two. Very important is also the needles, insulin needles you are using. I already made a video dedicated to that. If you want to find out more about it, you, click the card which will pop up in this video. So insulin needles, they come in 3 lengths for pens, 4 mils, 6 mils or 8 mils. It's very important to use the right length so you can get the proper depth. This is important for you, depends how lean you are, how much muscles you have, how much fat you have around your body. If you have more fat, you should use a longer needle, but you have to check this with your doctor to make sure which is the right length for you. For me, any 4 or 6 is either of them is perfectly okay. When you take the shot, your needle is longer than you want it to be, make sure you don't put the needle in 90 degrees angle. You just make a 45 degrees angle as you fold the skin, just to make sure you don't go too deep and touch your muscles. And now I'm going to demonstrate to you how I take an insulin injection with my insulin pen. I use Novorapid. Probably if you want to see, I have another video dedicated about how to use the pen, how to change the cartridge. You can also click the card which will pop up. So now I'm going to show you how I take a shot. I will take only 2 units shot now. I'm going to take it in the back of my arm, left arm. So here I have, as I said, I'm a lean person, I don't have too much, but here it's enough. So I fold the flash like that and I'll show you. So first I have a 4 mils needle on my pen. I have to dial. First I dial a little bit just to spill, like you see, you have to see insulin coming out. And now I dial 2 units. 2, yeah, as you can see. I turn back of my arm. This is the spot, so you can see it better. Inside, it's a very short needle, so I don't need to worry too much about it. I press, I count to 10. Take it out, and that's it. This is how I do it. You also can do it, as I said, on the side of your ribs, lower hips area, back of your hips, top of buttocks area, and your thighs. Wherever you have a little bit of fat, depends how much fat you have around the body. If you are leaner, you don't have so many sides, but you use a shorter needle like I do, and everything should be okay. You can do the shot in multiple areas, not just in the back of your arm. If you are leaner, it's a little bit harder, but still I'm sure you'll find good spots for yourself. Using the shorter needle is very important, to the right length of the needle to pick for your body. I will attach the diagram with the best sites for ourselves to take the shots. This is the video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a like, leave some comments below, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can get notified each time I upload a new video. Thank you for watching and see you again next time.